play because this was so much fun. You guys are awesome.
And begin.
All right, I don't know what I'm going to play tonight. Actually, I do. I started a game the other day. Hopefully, Kara and everybody get come in because we'll actually play that game when they get here because it's another decision-based game where we get to make decisions on which things or which how a character answers or what a character does. And it's not. It's similar to it's basically a choose your own adventure game. And it's really well done. It's really well done. That's when dusk or as dusk falls. I started playing it. Like I said, I had a great time playing it. Streamed it the other day. Well, actually, I recorded it the other day. I didn't stream it because I want to do a full review on it. But I'm gonna wait until Kara and Mark get here to actually play that game. So in the meantime, I got to figure out what we're going to play now. Because there's Jahan is out in Evo. He just finished that, which is a big fight game tournament. Matter of fact, one of the games that was out there was the Multiverse, which is a brand new Smash style game that Warner Brothers Gaming put out. And it's actually really good. It's a mix between Brawlhalla and Smash Brothers. Plays well. My only big thing is the whole grind of it. I don't like the grind as much. Because that grind, so Smash Brothers had a grind, but you had to go through, you were playing a particular amount of games, and then you got the challenge, the person that you were gonna, or challenge, or do the next challenger, and they would pop in. Or you also had the grind of the spirit world. Brawlhalla has a grind, but this reminds me of the Heroes of the Storm grind, where you grind for a particular number of coins, and then you get those coins, and then you release that and you buy that next character, rather than you getting to that next character in your grind, and they release it. But I mean, it's a fun game. It definitely is fun. But yeah, I'll play this a little bit until they get here, which shouldn't be too long. But yes, this is Multiverse. I did unlock Bugs Bunny because they said Bugs Bunny was one of the top characters. I suck at playing with Bugs Bunny. I should have done Shaggy. Shaggy's pretty cool. So I'm trying to actually get enough coins so I can get Shaggy because I like Shaggy the way he plays. Ooh, that's loud. Better than I like the way Bugs plays, even though Bugs has a lot more, I guess. Well, I got to figure out how to play this game now. But the other chair, who doesn't have? Yeah. There we go. Takes a little while to load up, but they have a ton of characters. Good Lord, they have a ton of characters that are to be released, which sucks. Because again, they show you the whole collection. As you can see, there's 6. I've got 6 of 17 characters I can play with. But again, I've got to go through the grind of getting these characters up. Then I can unlock a character. I mean, like I said, I did Bugs to start because he was supposedly really top one and a top choice. But I should have done Shaggy for the way that I play because I'm more of a brawler. But I need to get 1,500 coins. And I've got 988. So, like I said, that grind, I think Bugs was 3,000 or something. No, 2,000 to start. Velma beats me up. Their matchmaking system, I wish they would have a better matchmaking system because the matchmaking system kind of stinks right now. They throw me up against people that are ranked.
Choose your character.
Wonder Woman, I should. See if I can. She have any perks that I've unlocked? See, I'm level 2 with Wonder Woman.
My mother told me that fighting does not make you a hero.
And as you see, my character's level 2. What they may end up doing is match me with somebody who's like level 16. They're level 9. Why am I level 2 and they're level 9? You should not be fighting each other. You should be shaking hands like Tom and Jerry. Because they've got all these perks. I have just this one.
Prepare yourself!
I don't know her moves because I don't use Wonder Woman that often. I use Finn more. But evidently Wonder Woman is also a decent one. She might be decent. Hey, there's private chat. Hey, Kara, I didn't even know you were in. I was playing the game.
Hey guys, I'm trying to figure out my mic. Hold on. Hey guys. Yeah, I'm like, excuse you. Hey, oh, nothing. This is really loud. And
Yeah,
I can't like unloud it.
There you go.
Oh my God, that's so much better. That was rough.
That's-
Now I can't even.
Oh, we got to play Fall Guys again today.
Yeah, that's fine. As long as that's not loud. Oh my God, that was really horrible. Okay. How are you?
Pretty good. What about yourself?
Good. Just did a nightly MMA class, and the night ones are horrible because we're stuck in this like tiny, well, it's not really tiny. It's a smallish building where like the paddle wagons used to be. The paddle wagons where like a bunch of drunk people just like pretend they're paddling the wagon while blaring songs. Anyways, there used to be a building for that, and we do MMA in that building, and there's a tin roof, and it's just like 100 and I don't know 80 degrees inside the building at night. So I'm here with y'all. Cool. So that's good. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. I was listening.
Okay. No, you're good. I just want to make sure because my internet's crappy, and I just want to make sure that it wasn't stuttering.
Are there storms coming through that's causing it?
No, it's just crappy.
I'm gonna lose.
For fun.
Huh?
Just for fun.
So what's new on your end?
Well, I mean, honestly, there's so much to talk about. There's so much to talk about in national news. I don't know if you want to talk about that.
Sure.
In my world, Deepened Roots is like, you know, doing its thing. And so if you have any questions about Deepened Roots, do you want to put it on a banner, on a ticker?
Yeah.
My website, yeah. Visit Deepened Roots, not Deep End, but Deepened, deepenedroots.co, and book a chat. We'll book a time to talk to me one-on-one, what you're wanting to achieve. Just, you know, you're just wanting to move forward with your own voice, not what everyone else says. You're getting a lot of mixed signals, right? You just want to do what's right for you. You need a sounding board for that. So I am actively seeking more clients and just having a ball with that. And also, you know, the marketing thing can be, if you let it be, it can be a pain in the ass, but I'm kind of enjoying it because I'm showing people little snippets of what I do in sessions, which honestly is just like a little bit of everything. So it's just fun mixed with humor and whatever else. But I mean, that's just been my life. That's been my world, full on. And I'm blessed about that. Yeah.
Lady Maya says hello, sir. I said hello back.
Hey, Lady Maya. How are you, Lady Maya?
I was gonna put up the Deepen Roots banner.
Why don't you?
Well, doing two things at once. Oh, but yeah, since you're here, I can switch to the other game that I wanted to show you. Let me click play again and exit.
You have a lot going on in that noggin of yours. Do we need to unpack it?
I mean, I always got a lot going on in this crazy noggin. You know how it goes. It's all nutty.
I know, right? That is very true.
Ooh. Interesting. Okay, we'll edit this one. All right. So, see, we're going to put up the banner, deepenroots.com.
Yes, deependroots.co, not com. .co.
Yeah.
I'm going to check it. Make sure. Deepend Roots, not deepend.
Oops. ROTS.co. I think I got it.
Yeah. ROTS.
Look at there. I think I got it.
Hey, yeah.
See?
Yeah.
See? I pay attention on occasion.
Well, I appreciate you.
Oh,
Yeah,
you're welcome.
it's been a while. Like, so, Jatovi, you and
Nivik
I have
says,
been.
hey, by the way. Nivik said,
Hey, Nivix. I mean, you and I have talked off StreamYard. Well, still on StreamYard, but off camera, I guess. Just how like it's needed a redirect, and it's been redirecting the last month and a half, and you've been so excited about just full force gaming that I am like, I'm gonna let them have this, and then I just want to talk about Deepen Roots. It's just, it's my life. It's all of us,
Yeah.
It's all of us.
So I know you wanted to do a 15-minute coaching thing. Did you want to do that before we do the game?
Yeah, let's do it.
Go for it.
So, okay, so Jatovi, I've been doing this thing. Well, I do this in my coaching sessions and also in real life. I've been sharing it on social media as well. But it's something called emotion code. Would you be open to try?
Sure.
You're like, oh, ho, ho. So emotion code was developed by this holistic practitioner in the 90s, taking a lot of influences from really Middle Eastern, Indian and Chinese, traditional Chinese medicine, taking elements of more holistic approach of, what we feel our body remembers. And so there's this chart of where, sometimes if you feel like a tightness in your chest, it might be anxiety. I mean, common stuff, right? But it ties into that shame. Like, there are a couple things, honestly, I'm like, look, I know you're a doctor, but I kind of disagree with some of these placements. But, that's just me always trying to tell a man I know better. But, it has like parts of, heart or small intestine, spleen or stomach, lung or colon, liver or gallbladder, kidneys or bladder, glands, and adrenals and all of that. So, and our sex organs, like meaning like the sacral chakra, where a lot of our creativity is stored. So the idea behind this is that, again, so we can have blatantly obvious emotions that we're dealing with, and then there are some that may be tied to it or stuck, that are stuck, or they're like rogue, and you're like, where the hell did that come from? So, we can do me first to see if anything's accumulated during the day. I don't think so, but so I use this pendulum, which is, people do body tapping for me because I'm more energy woo. I just love this, and it's pretty. Okay, it just is. It has my little tiger stone for, third chakra, whatever. Anyways, so this is just a little element of it that I do. Ranging from no pendulum to just talking about feelings, that emotions that come up, and then just kind of working through that, working backwards that way, or full on pendulum. Some clients are like, let's do all the woo. I want all the woo. I'm like, cool, let's do it. Let's woo all over the place. So we're just gonna show woo today. So I just go like, pendulum, are there any emotions that I need to clear today? So it's going counterclockwise, which is meaning no. It looks like I'm like in like a dungeon. So sorry about that, guys. But yeah, so it's counterclockwise, so it's saying no, but we can say, are there any emotions that Jatovy needs to clear today to be at his best? And yes, there are. And because it's going clockwise. So, Jatovy, would you like to know these emotions? If not, that's completely fine.
Sure.
Okay, cool.
I told you we're
gonna
do this.
Let's do it. Are there any emotions stuck in row 1? No. What about row 2? Yes. That is the spleen or stomach. So, and I do this much faster, but for the sake of just like making sure that I don't like, live brain fart, I'm sticking to this. But anyway, so are these is this stuck emotion anxiety? No. What about despair? Okay. What about disgust? No. Nervousness? No. What about worry? Are there any emotions in row 2, column B? No. It had to think for a second, but it says no. So far, Jatovy, you actually have the emotion of despair that you may want to, I don't know, journal about or talk it out to yourself or to, a friend or your woman. And and what I love about this app though is that for like newbies, if you're trying to figure it out, you're like, despair. Like for me, when I started doing this like 5 years ago, I would Google so that I wanted to make sure that I was getting the definitions to a T. And oh my gosh, hey Mark. I just noticed you. I'm so sorry.
No problem. I was hearing y'all's deep conversation. I was popping in to say hello briefly, and I will probably pop out and then pop back in when I get to the house because I've been at Haiti pretty much this evening and all of that because we had dance going on upstairs with African dance and poetry workshop downstairs with Dasan Ahanu and all along those lines. But now that they're all gone, I'm going to go catch that thing called a bus, and I might only catch the tail end of the Gamers Den. But as a leading person that is involved with the Gamers Den, even though it's all about Jatovy, it's all about Jatovy's world and everything, I did want to at least pop in for a hot second and all, just to let folks know that I had Gamers Den on my mind and all in that space, even though I'm going to, like I said, pack up and head on out because that bus that'll be blazing toward Duke Manor should be blazing in about 15 or 20 minutes. And I still got to lock up and do some other things here at the Hey Time. But I didn't want y'all to think that I was abandoning y'all. So I at least came in to make a cursory appearance, if only cursory, until I can get in my location, probably closer to the 10 o'clock hour or 10:30 hour.
My goodness, sweetness. Go catch that bus, okay?
Yeah, yeah, get home.
I'm going to do that.
We'll probably still
Bye.
be here.
Yeah,
All right.
we're here.
Cool. I'll catch y'all when I get home.
Okay, bye. Oh, yeah, it just, my screen's so little because I didn't see Mark's sweet face there. But yeah, so despair, my thing is I love to just look up definitions because language is power. And, a complete loss of hope, misery, difficult or unable to be helped or comforted. I don't know, maybe these video games just really get to you. You just need to be comforted. I don't know. But, so then okay, great. So we did row 2. We have one emotion. At least we don't have like 50 already, which happens. You're like, oh, wow, we're on 35 emotions. This will be fun. But what about row 3? Are there any stuck emotions in row 3? Nope. What about row 4? Row 4 is liver and gallbladder. So what about row 4, column A? Okay. Anger. We have trapped anger and Jatovi. What about bitterness? Yeah, that sounds about right. Yes, bitterness. Okay. What about guilt? Okay. No. Hatred? No. What about resentment? No. Any emotions in row 4, column B? Yes. Okay. So what about depression? Frustration? Indecisiveness? Panic? What about taken for granted? Oh, you don't say. Okay, so Jatovi, on row 4, you have 3 emotions. You have bitterness. Panic. Taken for granted. I can type these to you also when we're finished, but let's see. Are there any other emotions that Jatovi needs to release today to be at his best? Yes. Okay. Row 5. What about row 5? No. Row 6. Okay. What about humiliation? Jealousy? Longing? Lust? Nope. No lust for Jatovi. Overwhelm? Okay, so overwhelm. What about pride? What about shame? What about shock? What about unworthy? What about worthless? No. Okay, so 2 emotions, sweet dear. In row 6, which is like adrenals, second chakra, it is overwhelm and shame, which all of us have stuck shame, like it's trapped in our bodies because of course in our society it's so easy to be conditioned to be like to feel shame about every single thing, about everything for existing. And shame is different from guilt because shame, so while guilt is like I did something bad to this person, shame is more like I am bad. Or someone shaming you, saying you are bad, and then you're like, well, maybe that must be true, right? A lot of us have that trapped emotion in there. And so for me, like working with clients and also in my daily life, I go through my emotions. Sometimes I'll be like, I have this topic in my head, and do I have trapped emotions around, money, sleeping, safety, food, like just any random things too. But it's all about like looking at the word, identifying, feeling what comes up or noticing what comes up. There may be thoughts or memories behind that. They may be early memories right off the bat, but they're typically current events that are happening. And then with our lives, our first events just kind of keep repeating often throughout our lives. We have repeating themes. We can rewrite them, but oftentimes in our stress state, we go back to our original woundings. And so it's helpful to look at, okay, this is the current situation that might be facilitating panic, right? But what other times in my life have I felt panic? And what did I do about that? Or how do I want to respond to panic differently? And even looking at the definition of, this is panic. Oh yeah, I really feel it. Like I feel it here in my chest or, wherever, right? Identifying where you feel it is super important as well. And just giving yourself time and space to really feel it. For me, I in my sessions, I literally give everyone a session guide after work or afterwards. It's like, this is what we covered. And it's like all the emotions and all that. And just so you can remember. And, but yeah, so that's a tool that I've been implementing that's been very helpful. It's been proven to help people move forward more, recognizing patterns and then being like, but what would it look like if I decided to do this? One person was like, overwhelm. Okay. I'm like, great. So what's the reverse of overwhelm? And the person's like, underwhelm. I'm like, well, what would be a middle ground? And the person said, whelm. And we looked the word up because the person was being funny. We looked the word up. It actually exists. The word whelm, by definition, when you're overwhelmed, you feel stuck and you can't really move. Well, a whelm is literally the force of flow, the act of flowing. So if you give yourself the opportunity to be a whelm and be an act of flowing, then it's like, well, what does that look like? Oh, well, it means that, I may look at things more objectively or notice that people, saying what they're saying is really a projection of themselves and not me. And then being okay with that, right? And so, and not forcing anything, and looking for opportunities where there's no resistance, that you just flow, right? And so that's just been kind of I do a lot of other things in my sessions, but emotion code, ranging from just literally not even using the chart, but just kind of dealing with emotions that come up and then talking through that, right? All the way to like pendulum swinging and sage burning and shit. Like, whatever works, right? Whatever the experience. But that's kind of what I wanted to do or what I do, and just wanted to share with you guys.
So with
thanks
that,
for listening.
Do you do that on a? Is that just one session that you'll do that, or do you do that every session?
Every session. You have a goal in mind, you have intentions. We work towards those intentions every session. It's 6 or 12 sessions. And you have action steps to go along with how you want to move forward in your goal, right? Or your intention. And oftentimes we feel stuck. And so I'll use the emotion code. I'll ask the person, like, do you feel like maybe you kind of want to see if there's anything that you could help get you moving a little bit emotionally? And a lot of times it is like, yes, let's do that. So I can do it every session or whenever the person wants.
Do you see when you do it, like for one session, do you see it pop up again? Those same emotions pop up throughout the sessions, or is it just that one time where it alternates to different emotions?
So the awesome thing is that when you really take it seriously and you're like, oh, I see this I see this in my face, and I see how this is making me perpetuate this emotion, and I'm going to actively work on shifting. Then you won't see that emotion pop up. Or maybe it will when you're going through another growth spurt, right? But if someone's like bullshitting you, they're not really doing the work. I'm like, why do we keep coming up on this, right? Why are you always angry? Let's talk about that. Or sometimes an emotion will have an emotion that you'll need to uncover first so that it clears a little more.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So, I guess since we are a gaming show, how do you think that would tie into gaming?
I mean, you could totally gamify it if you wanted to. I mean, hell, I'm sure there's someone who could or has or would gamify the emotion code board.
Well, not really gamify the emotion code board, but due to the stresses under gaming, because it is a lot of people game to relieve stress and just to relax. And last week we played Fall Guy. And I remember Jahan came in and talked about how it's a very stressful game. And then you were joking about it was stressful.
I wasn't joking. I was serious, and you just thought it was cute. I was terrified the entire time playing. It was like I was back on that roller coaster with my friend and dying every single time that we went to a new level. It was horrible.
But how do you think something like that, like coaching in that sense, after someone say has played in an intense Rocket League Championship Series match, or in a Fortnite champion, a Fortnite competition, or just any type of competition, or actually even just playing a game? How do you think that could that be something to, I guess, relieve the stress or pressures that they're in? Because I've seen, I've been at a tournament, a very small scale tournament to what Jahan just went to, which was EVO. So I've seen it at a fight game tournament where a guy, got so mad that he lost, nearly broke his controller, walked out of the actual area that we were, and walked around the whole building a couple of times. Yeah. Wow. So the intense pressures that a lot of these individuals put themselves under, do you think that type of coaching could affect them in a positive light to where they don't get to that level?
Oh, 100%. I mean, this applies to every single human being on this planet. You can break down the concept of emotion code, the concept of releasing emotions, right? There are very clinical ways, there are very woo-woo ways, there are a lot of in-between ways, right? But I mean, even just before you go into a tournament, break down those emotions, right? Just kind of, and like, even if, because I can see how, like, when you're doing any type of something that you enjoy or something that's, whatever, like, oftentimes you'll be doing that and be thinking of other things. Well, at least I do. And then it just kind of, as you're easing into or kind of getting in the groove of whatever you're doing, your hobby, then it just kind of unlocks like aha moments, right? But even then, like, because it's not a fix-all. It's not like, oh, and you're cured. It's just a way to develop awareness. And so if you were to do that, like, like in the morning of a tournament or whatever, and address anger, right? Even break it down to, are there any emotions around gaming that you need to release, and anger pops up, and resentment and bitterness and all of that pop up, then you can kind of release those to a state where the person is actively thinking about it. And again, it's only as effective as you want it to be or as you make it to be. So if you're all in, you're like, yeah, I'm releasing this and I'm kind of unlocking this in my mind, then you go and play your game and it makes more sense because you're just able to decompress, kind of get in the flow and be like, that fucking made sense,
What emotion clouds the mind the most?
I said, I'm sure that every single human being on this planet has experienced shame on a level of being told at some point that they were bad or a danger or no good, right? The shame in itself taps into, it's the only reason why we have or it's a huge reason why we have like core woundings, right? I'm not valuable. I'm bad. I'm a danger. I'm no good. Worthless is one of those emotions, but shame, like, it's that umbrella, right? And sometimes you have to be like, oh, well, are there emotions on their shame? But I feel like every single person on this earth has walked this earth being shamed, and has that shame, right? That's why there are so many people who shame others, right? You have that trapped emotion of shame because you're projecting it onto others. Yeah, but shame can come up and for so many different reasons. But I would say hands down shame.
And I mean, honestly, talking about shame and everything else, one of the biggest things that happen in gaming is that shaming of, if a teammate, for example, in Rocket League makes a bad shot or misses the ball, then you get up in the top corner, somebody saying, what a save, but they repeat it. So it begins to shame the person in terms of what they've done. So that player may play worse, may turn it off and play better. What are ways to overcome that?
I mean, even if we take the emotion code aside and you look at basic emotions, I mean, there are definitely steps to get through it. One is to identify that it is even shame that you're feeling, or identifying the emotion. Like, naming it, giving it a name. There are so many words there are so many different words that are different kinds of emotion, but we stick to things such as, oh, I'm angry, I'm sad, I'm mad, I'm glad. Like, no, there's so many other words that you can use for emotions that that effectively define what you're actually feeling. So even that in itself is a block, because you're denying yourself the ability to fully name your feelings. But fully naming your feelings, and then from there, giving yourself time to think about that. Like, why do you feel this way? And then giving yourself time to feel what you're feeling while you're thinking those thoughts. So a lot of people don't sit in their thoughts. They go and play games, or they go and, I don't know, drink with their friends at Chi-Chi's. I don't know if there's still Chi-Chi's around anyways, but having 10 margaritas and getting all wasted and shit. Like, you know, people do all sorts of things to not feel their feelings, but actually sitting in them, feeling safe in that, and being like, yeah, you know what? I feel shame around this because it reminds me of the time that this was said, or this was my whole upbringing. You know, like, a lot of our core beliefs happen when we were, you know, ages 2 to 6. And so it's just really kind of tapping into that and feeling that, giving space for that, and then moving forward. Then you're not in this stuck place, and you can kind of, you know, a lot of times though, it's that isn't enough because we're in this loop. So it goes back to what I was saying before, like, what's the opposite of shame? You know, the opposite of shame is, like, you know, pride, and just like the good pride, like having pride in yourself. Like, I'm not bad, I'm good. Like, and I do good. And so kind of turning that in reverse, and then being like, but these are all the things that I do good. You know, that's a huge tool, very like underrated tool.
Interesting. What are so I know we did.
Yeah.
Huh?
I appreciate you, by the way. This is more than 15 minutes, so thank you.
This is fun. This is diving in. I mean, it ties into everything.
It does. You know, I mean, gamers can be horrible to each other. Mm-hmm. And just like in life, right?
And honestly, one of the neat things, not even talking about gamers themselves or, you know, dealing with each other, even though there is that problem there, you know, from shaming, from, you know, attacks on each other, and that hatred that builds up, or that anxiety. I mean, all that. But that can happen in a solo game as well. And sometimes the director, just like with a movie, that is the point of the game. It is not really to shame you, but to kind of make you think and get outside of the box and give you those emotions. For me, those are the games that I truly enjoy. Which, as you see, it's a good segue because this is an emotional game.
Fall Guys?
Yeah, so no, not Fall Guys. This one, which is the one that I wanted you, well, since Mark may come on later.
Scooby-Doo one? Oh, As Dusk Falls. Oh.
This one is an emotional game where, just as you're talking about, as you read right there, As Dusk Falls includes playable situations related to intense violence, family content, mental health, suicide, and all.
Well, and honestly, that should be something that the gaming industry considers and takes social responsibility for, because so many games have been blamed for, like, oh, this person played this game, is obsessed, and then decided to shoot his whole family. Like, no, that kid just had issues and
Yep.
you're blaming it on the game.
Mouse button to
you
start.
know
Exactly. And the interesting another interesting thing about games is a lot of these developers, especially the big time developers. Some of the small time developers, if they have the money and the finances, they can do it. But a lot
Yeah.
of the big developers do invest in psychologists and psychiatrists to figure out exactly what the game is preaching and what the game is teaching. So there's much more to games than a lot of people see. And
You played
getting
some
back-
beautiful games on here.
Or left mouse button to
So
start.
there are, and I mean, that'll go into a whole nother debate and discussion. So once your buddy has availability and we can get everybody on, it'd be a cool discussion topic to talk about. One of the oldest debates in the gaming world that there is, it depends on who you're talking to, but one of the older debates in the gaming world is if games are just games or
Press
are
A,
they works of
enter,
art.
Or left mouse button to start.
So it's an interesting discussion to look at. Okay, is it really like a work of art, like a movie, or is it just something interactive for people to do? And a lot of people just fall into that second category of, oh, well, it's just something interactive. Yeah, it can influence people, and that's where it gets. I think games are artwork.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, there's so many, developers on so many angles. Like you said, there are people like the bigger, the more funded games, they have mental health professionals going in at the angles to see how they can optimize, be more sensitive of subject matters, right? And even with games where there are weapons or mythical creatures, like there's research that goes along with all of that. Like the one where there were multiple storylines that could have evolved, and the sister seeing her brother for the first time, like those are actual story writers too. So it's like so many aspects to the game. It is its whole other world. It is a movie.
and
It's
this
just
one,
you're literally playing it.
and that's what this is. So you get to make the decisions. This is similar to the other one.
Oh, that's fun.
The sad part about
I
this
like
game,
this, just not Fall Guys today.
Oh yeah. So the
Thank
sad
you.
part about this game is they tried to set it up where you can play with friends, and you can, but they have to be local. Doesn't make any sense. So yeah,
you and I could not play.
I mean, you can set up a multiplayer lobby for people to jump in and join, but a lot of people have had trouble. Like there's a companion you can download on the phone, and that can help make decisions. But a lot of people can't get that companion to work. So this way, I mean, I like doing it this way because it's easier. Let's see. We'll add a new profile. Here you go, Kara. This is all you. If it'll let me type.
I don't think it wants to.
There it is. Next. So yeah, you have 15 seconds to decide the response. That's the tough part, is that whole 15 seconds.
Oh, I don't know
So
what we're
here-
doing.
So you're gonna be placed into situations similar to how we did last game, or how we did I forget the name of it right now, but just similar to the other game. However, you have 15 seconds to answer, and well, a particular amount of time to answer. To start, I mean, if you want to look around the room for particular things, you can, but you have a
Yeah.
particular amount of time to answer. These quick actions I'll do. You don't have to worry about that.
Okay, thank you.
Because since I have the controller.
I know you're cheating
Yeah.
again.
Well, you know.
How dare you
But
play
yeah,
video
and
games
react
like a
to
video
things
game?
there. Discover your choices, reveal personal, and then it tells you to do this, but there's no reason to do that because it doesn't really work. And then everybody has to be in the same room for this play to 7 friends. But here you go,
Huh.
Kara. See what you're gonna choose.
Wait, hold
I-
on. I'm multitasking, so I don't know. Hold on.
My name is Zoe Walker. Not so long ago, I wanted to be a journalist. Now, I just want to hold my breath and sink. Not because I want to black out, but for the calm that comes beforehand. When thoughts die and memories drown. 90 seconds. That's about how long it takes for me. And suddenly, it's like none of it ever happened.
Again, back with the emotions. This is it.
I just turned 14.
Daddy, are we gonna play?
Sorry, Pumpkin. You bet we're going to play. Now, I know you're an expert, but are you sure you've looked at everything?
Mm-hmm. Trust me, I got this.
Okay. Then what color is...
All right, what are we gonna do? What color is we got the big truck, the old fence, the car. I think that's all. Oh, the restroom. The
Oh, that's
sky.
weird.
All right, which one are you gonna choose?
The big truck.
that big truck way up there?
Depends what part of the truck.
Okay, Smarty. How about the exhaust pipe?
That's where all the smoke comes out. And it's gray.
Hey, you are rocking this today, Zoe. Looks like you're ready for the next level.
What's the next level?
You ask me one final question. If I don't get it on the first try, you win the whole game.
Let's play it.
Okay. Let me just have one last look around.
All right, you looking around?
Ready?
See everything? Are you ready, or did you want to look again?
Oh, yeah, ready.
You ready?
Yeah.
Okay, shoot.
How many stars are on my backpack?
What you got?
Oh,
5, 6, 7, or peak? Ten seconds.
6.
This is a toughie. Is it 6?
How'd you know?
I use my superpowers. But I'll tell you, you're getting hard to beat.
Oh, did I doze off?
Come on, back in the car. We still got 45 states license plates to spot.
Hmm.
Hey,
Hey, You doing okay?
Yeah, sure. It's, I'm fine, Michelle. We're good.
Why are you guys acting weird again?
It's nothing, hun. Just a long trip.
I tell you, the only thing worse than feeding a dog fast food is smelling it again on the way out.
Grandpa!
Wait, I'm your grandpa? All this time, I thought you were my grandpa.
How far'd you walk? I was worried you got lost.
Oh, just to the tree. You know dogs. They think they're the ones holding the leash.
All right, let me tap.
All right, crew, buckle up. I want to make it to Albuquerque before we stop for the night.
You're listening to Drive Time on KFOW, Flagstaff's first and finest. It's another beautiful Arizona afternoon, and your weekend starts here.
Or maybe I'm just too frightened by the sound of it. It's gonna fall down, but the letter said it was good.
So, what's next? License plate game? Another round of row, row, row your boat?
She fell asleep halfway through your solo. You definitely get first prize for keeping her entertained.
I am not entertaining. I am shepherding. You are my flock, and I plan to herd you to St. Louis in high spirits.
Nice try.
Wasn't taking the scenic route your idea? I wanted to do this trip at 30,000 feet.
Oh, I'm not complaining about the drive. I'm just trying to picture Vince living in the Midwest.
All right, what you got? 10 seconds. It'll be great. Look, I'll survive, or pretend it's a vacation.
I don't know.
5 seconds. Choose one.
Pretend it's a vacation.
Let's just pretend this is a vacation. Family
Ooh,
trip.
you got it in 1 second.
We collect a few pressed pennies, and then back to Sacramento.
Vince, we can't. That's not our life anymore.
Look, I'm just trying to stay positive. You've got your tenure. I've got my new job.
This is where the actual game really picks up.
Couldn't make me work for a pet food company if it was the only job left in the country.
Jim, I don't think that's helping.
$10,000. You should have gone for the jugular, sued those bastards at the airline the way they pinned that thing on you, not signed some settlement paper.
I haven't signed it yet.
But you still want to, right? I know it's your call, but I think it's time to put this whole thing behind us.
15 seconds. You might be right, or I need to think. Or I need time to think. Which one?
You might be right.
I know, it's hard. And once I sign, that's it. I'll never work for an airline again.
I know.
Vince was a good kid, but he always did let people walk all over him. When you were small, you asked me to buy you these cheap action figures so you'd have something to give the kids at school when they picked
And
them.
what was I like in high school, huh?
Ouch.
Sorry. I shouldn't have said that.
If you two didn't want me to come, you could have said so.
Zoe wanted you to come.
Oh, what you got? Michelle, leave it alone, or Jim enough, or stay out of it?
Jim enough.
Siding with the wife.
Yeah.
Please.
Always side with the wife.
And try to get through the next 3 days.
Without me talking, you mean?
Well,
I'm
choose
glad
your
we're
words,
starting
Jim.
to- And like I said, once we get settled in the new place,
What just happened?
There was a truck that came by on the other side of the road and almost ran straight into us. So it caused the car to go crazy.
are you okay, Pumpkin?
What happened?
She's just shaken, I think.
Hey, thanks for coming back. If you give me
Learn how to drive, asshole.
Are you kidding me?
Country kids. Or a desert version. Lucky we're still in one piece.
So now you have that group that you're playing. Now you have this group that you're having to play. The guys that just ran those guys off the road.
Man, the look on his face. I hope he didn't see our license plate. Nah. Stupid fucker was too busy yelling into the wind.
That's the one. 28 Northwood.
Ugly as hell. These houses all look the same to me.
Jay, you ready?
Jay! What? Head out of the clouds, little bro.
Knew we shouldn't have brung him.
Come on. He'll pull his weight.
Look, this is just like we talked about. There's enough cash in that safe to put the last few weeks behind us. We stay alive, we keep the house, everything goes back to normal.
All right, what you gonna do? Who lives here? What if we fail? Sure they're home. Sure they're not home. Seems dangerous. Which one?
Oh no, who lives here?
You haven't told me whose house this is.
It doesn't matter who. You're always out skulking in the woods, climbing trees and all that. We all know you're good at it. And you want to help the family, right?
You know I do.
Then here's your chance. Hop that fence and find a way in.
Whoa. Does Ma know you took that?
Nope. But someone's got to watch your backs. We got 1 hour before they're home. If you hear 3 honks, you run like hell.
Hey, let's party.
Dale, the code.
Jay can read.
Don't screw this up, kid. We're counting on you.
All right. You go do your Tarzan bullshit over the back gate. I'll try the garage. Never know when you might get lucky.
Well, I hope they get caught.
All right, what you gonna do?
Ooh, Cletus.
You gonna talk
I don't-
to, sneak past, or throw the stick?
Throw the stick.
Hey. Sorry to lock you up like this.
See, and I love the art style of this game.
Police, open up. Or maybe it's the big bad wolf.
Not funny.
What happened?
He's got a Doberman. I had to lock it in the shed.
What's that? Idiot.
Whose house is this?
Dante Romero, king of the pigs.
Wait, the sheriff?
Yep. You know Ma's beef with him goes way back. Even before he sent me to juvie.
I know, but...
But what? Way I see it, he owes us. So, we ought to fuck this place up a little while we're at it.
Uh-oh. Go for it, stick to the plan, or he's a cop.
He's a cop. Nope, stick to the plan.
Oh, we already chose he's a cop.
You want to know how much respect I got for that? There isn't a day I don't think about getting back at that motherfucker.
What'd you do that for? They might test it or something.
Oh, come on. This is Two Rock.
Not NYPD Blue. Now get looking for that safe.
All right, so where we're gonna go? Check behind the painting, look at the photos, open the cabinet, search the wallet. Which one?
I mean, yeah, sure. Let's search the wallet that's right in plain sight.
All right, we're gonna search the wallet.
He left his wallet. Told you he's an idiot.
Take the cash or leave the cash.
Oh, I mean, I kind of want to get them in trouble because they ran the kids off the road. So take the cash. They ran Jim off the road.
All right, now what are we gonna do? Check the painting, look at the photo, open the cabinet.
Check the painting.
Good place to hide a safe. Or not. You find anything? Just a little cash. Maybe the safe's upstairs? Yeah. Maybe. What are you doing? It's for my girlfriend. You don't have a girlfriend. Shut up. I'm working on it. Hey, when life gives you lemons, come here. Help me get a little payback.
Sure, why not? Or maybe next time.
Maybe next time.
We shouldn't waste time. And anyway, that's gross. You're a fucking wimp. Know that? No, I'm not. No, I'm not. Listen to yourself. All right. Enough screwing around. You look upstairs, and I'll check the rest of the rooms down here. Okay.
That middle child's a piece of work.
Uh-oh. What you gonna do?
Oh.
What you gonna do?
I don't know. What are the options?
Oh,
12 years repairing jumbo jets. You think I'd be able
interesting.
to
It goes
fix
to this one now. Oh yeah, that's right. It did switch to this one.
Yeah, sure. Seen one motel, you've seen them all.
You guys go on ahead. I'm gonna get a bottle of water.
Shema, Ryan's mom said I could stay over tonight. Don't wait up.
Hello?
What you gonna do? You gonna ring the bell or wait?
Oh, ring the bell.
Investing in AOL, you've got pets.com talking IPO.
Are you gonna wait or ring the bell again?
For a huge first year.
Ring the bell.
Ring the bell again?
Yeah.
All right.
A number of interesting companies out there now. There's Amazon selling books.
Chill out, man. Jesus, you in a rush?
Hi. We got in an accident a few miles east of here. I don't suppose you have a couple of empty rooms and the number for a tow truck?
Ooh, no dice. Our mechanic's away in Tucson for the weekend.
All right, then, just the 2 rooms.
That'll be 70. Cash only.
I've got 52.
That's enough for 1 room.
Hey, Joyce.
I'm doing something.
Please, 1 room or talk to the manager.
Please.
Please, if you could trust me to pay the rest tomorrow, It would mean a lot. My daughter, she really needs her sleep, and my dad is one hell of a snorer.
Oh, the sweetheart. If this is all just to cheat me out of a few dollars. Hi, I'm Michelle. Thanks so much for accommodating us. Well, we're not exactly full. Glad to help.
It was a fuse again. Problem with not having breakers is, oh, hey, welcome to Two Rock.
Paul, do me a favor. Go ask Norman to tow this guy's car back here to the lot.
Ah, dang, you burst a tire or something? I'm pretty good at fixing stuff.
Engine problem, actually, but you're welcome to try. It's a red SUV, East. You can't miss it.
I'm on it. Hey, do I know you?
Nah, people just mistake me for Clint Eastwood.
Jim is definitely something else.
Thank God we're out of that heat.
Are we on vacation now? Do we get to go in the pool?
Oh, you know what? Our swimsuits are in the moving truck. And stop jumping on the bed, okay?
Then, can I watch the Nature Channel? Please?
Hey, I said stop jumping.
I'll stop if you let me watch my show. It's educational.
Which one? Tell her no or let her watch TV?
I don't know. You're the parent. What would you say?
You gotta choose.
No, you do it.
No, you gotta choose.
What would you do?
Only a half hour.
Really? You're that parent?
And yep,
I would be like, get your ass off that bed now.
Hell of a negotiator.
You could have said no.
No. You're the parent. It was only right you did a parent decision.
It feels pretty sore. Would you mind rubbing it for a minute?
Nice room. Looks just like mine. I'm going to take Zeus for a walk. Vince, would you mind joining me?
Didn't we just walk a mile?
Well, he has to pee, and I want to talk to you about something.
All right,
Sure.
which one? Stay with Michelle or go with Jim? Her?
Go with Jim. What do you want, Jim?
So you're going with Jim? You're not choosing a wife? Okay.
Well, he obviously he's being nice. Well, he's being direct about it.
All right, so we're going with Jim?
Yeah.
All right, because this is a crossroads. Choose carefully.
See with Michelle. Well,
All
no,
right, so now
go
you
with Jim. Go with Jim because he obviously needs to say something.
All right, so we're going with Jim?
Yes.
Last chance?
Oh my gosh. Whatever. Just do it. Whatever.
Sure, I'll come. We won't be long.
Come on, Zeus. Here, boy. Yeah. I don't blame you, for taking Michelle's side earlier. Can't be easy having me yanking the chain like that when you two are so on edge.
Are you about to give me marriage advice? Because if I recall, you walked out on yours.
No. I just wanted to say thank you for these last few months. Getting to know you again, getting to know Zoe, it's been a blessing.
I'm glad she got to meet you.
The worst part about living with having this tumor in my head?
Fear of death, living with uncertainty, or regretting your choices?
Regretting your choices? He seems like he's made some stellar ones.
You? It's probably having to look back on a lifetime of shitty decisions.
Yeah, that's... You got me pegged. I disappeared for 30 years. I can only imagine how that must have been for you and your mother. Oh, sorry. could get high and flip off the world.
Don't Complain to Me sounds kind of fun. You're Here Now. Why did you do it?
Why did you do it?
How could you have thought you'd be happier without your family? I mean, without mine, I'd be.
I don't know. I guess I just never liked being tied down. With a family, I felt
trapped.
But not by you. By the responsibility.
I think it's the same thing.
I'm sorry, son. I am. And I know I've done nothing to earn your trust, but I need to ask you something.
Okay.
The doctors, they say I might have as little as 2 years. They don't have a clue, of course. But, well, I know you said you could drop me in Tulsa, that I tracked down some friends there.
Just spit it out, Jim.
How would you feel about me living in a new house with you and Zoe and Michelle?
Are you serious? 6 months ago, I didn't even know you were alive. Now you want me to...
I don't want to be sick in a hospital. I want to be around family.
It's not a good idea. I'll talk to Michelle.
I'll talk to Michelle. Because I am a good husband.
Jesus. All right. I'll talk to Michelle.
Really? I don't know what to say. Thank you. Come on, let's go celebrate.
Oh, he interpreted it like that? It was more like, no, let's just talk to Michelle. Oh. Well, that makes me angry. Jim's a Jim. I can't with Jim. That's why you were smiling. See, I don't know these formalities. I just.
Well, see, I didn't know the.
I said, get on the ground.
Which one? Refuse or do it?
Oh, that's why it's a crossroads.
You gonna do it? Okay, we'll do it.
Yeah. Drop to the ground. Yes, please do.
30 minutes earlier.
Now hang on. You don't need to call for help.
Are you gonna yank the help button or run?
Oh.
You gotta choose now. You gotta choose.
What, no. Yank help button? Yank help button?
Help is on the way.
Hey, what the hell was that? Doesn't matter. We need to hurry. It has to be in here.
All right, which one? Where are we gonna search? The bookcase, the desk, the painting.
The desk.
Huh?
The desk.
Now we're checked. File drawer, painting, bookcase.
A file drawer.
Gross.
Now we got the bookcase or the painting.
Bookcase. Look outside, it says.
Oh, yeah.
Bird watching. That's cool.
All right, so
Painting,
we got search the bookcase again, look outside, or the painting.
Painting.
What the?
Look outside or bookcase?
Look outside, since he didn't feel like checking the bookcase the first time.
All All right, looks like we gotta go to the bookcase now.
Dale, I found it. What the? Where's the code?
All right, what's the code?
Oh, it's like not 5926 or something like that.
Is that what we're going with?
Yeah.
Oh.
5926.
Yes.
Ooh.
Good memory.
Check it out.
Thank you.
Shit. How much does this prick make? Shit. Load up the cash and let's go. Out the back way's safer. He's got a big yard. Shit.
Hey, Becky, it's me. I got your PT rescheduled. Oh, and you tripped your alarm again, by the way. Who's there?
Front door. Now.
Ooh.
Shit.
Come out with your hands where I can see them. Now!
Count to 10. Then go.
Who are you?
Just a guy who wanted a VCR.
How about I shoot you for breaking and entering?
I surrender. Okay?
On your knees. Hands behind your head. This is C1. I got a 13506 in progress at 28 Northwood Drive. Send back up now.
What you gonna do? Run to the door or fight the sheriff? 3, 2.
Ooh, fight the sheriff. Let's do it. Let's have fun.
Oh, it shows run to the door because
I said fight the sheriff. I said fight the sheriff.
Yeah, but remember you got to choose it in time.
Well, it's a lapse, so I don't get everything right away. Like I don't see everything as you see it.
Fuck! Come on! Came back early. I don't know what happened.
We gotta go.
Did you get the money?
Oh, we got it all right.
Nice work, guys.
Uh-oh.
They didn't see us turn in.
No. They would have slowed. Listen up! We're not here to hurt you. We don't even want your wallets. We just need a place to lay low until we can be safely on our way. Don't do anything stupid and you'll be fine. Understood?
All right, 15 seconds. Yes, please let us go. How can we trust you?
Please let us go.
Please, let us leave. We're just passing through. We shouldn't even be here.
That makes 2 of us. Just do as I say and we'll all be gone in no time. You, keep that dog quiet.
Shh. It's all right, Zeus.
Let's just jack a car. Drive back the other way before they realize they're not chasing anyone.
Too risky. If they got roadblocks.
Vince, we need to do something.
They're armed. Just stay quiet. Try to negotiate.
Try to negotiate.
Hey, guys.
What?
Look, I get that you need to hide, but do you need us for that? We could go to our room. Stay out of your way.
No one's leaving. Just stay down and stay quiet.
At least you tried.
We can't stay here.
We can until dark. Then we set out cross country. It's our best shot.
I'm telling you, we gotta
Drop
move.
the weapon.
Easy now. Let's
I said
just...
drop it.
Please leave. She means it, or let's all calm down. Which one?
She means it.
Look, I don't know her very well, but I think she means business.
No one asked you.
He's right, though. I go down to the range twice a week.
Joyce, if that thing goes off...
Then I'll scrape them off the walls.
But it don't have to be like that. If we help these boys out of whatever corner they got themselves stuck in...
I'm not helping them with shit. Show me your faces. I said take off the masks.
Oh, no.
You're the Holt boys.
You're the ones who hit our car.
Paul, take the shotgun.
I'm sorry, I can't.
Christ. Really, Paul? You. Grab the gun.
What you gonna do? What you gonna do?
I don't know. What are the decisions? I can't see it.
Oh, it's
You do
about to come
that,
up.
I promise you'll regret it.
Drop it or point it.
Point it.
You've never held a gun a day in your life.
I learned quick, though.
You touch my things again, you won't be happy. Hey, you get the truck hid away?
It's in a shutout back. Tyler, these people didn't do anything to us.
They will if we let them. You and Dale, line them all up. I need to make a call. It's me. We got a problem. Desert Dream Motel.
All right, shitheads. Over by the tables.
You boys, you haven't hurt anyone, have you?
Yeah, we killed the president. Ain't that right, bro?
You're the middle brother. The one who got himself sent off to juvenile hall.
Shut the fuck up.
Why? Everybody knows.
Joyce, don't.
From what I hear, you're just like your daddy. Another fucked up Holt who thinks the world's his to break.
What, like this? Or how about this?
Do you have to do that, or you're upsetting Zeus? Say nothing.
Do you have to do that?
Come on, man. Is that necessary?
Are you necessary? Shut it up. Now.
He's a dog. He doesn't have an off switch.
It's just nervous, Dale. I don't care what it feels. I want it to shut up.
Calm the dog or calm Dale?
Calm the dog.
Hey, Zeus. Remember me?
I said, shut it the fuck up.
Dale, what are you doing?
It's called controlling the room.
By pointing guns at puppies? Wasn't breaking the Kasdan boy's jaw enough for you?
Don't you start with me.
Or what? You'll break my face too? Or are you just gonna shoot me?
Zeus, quiet.
Quiet Zeus, or ask Joyce to back off?
Oh, I don't know. What would you do?
This is all on you at the crossroads. Choose
Ask
carefully.
Joyce to back off. I don't
That's the
want
way you go
Joyce
with
to die. Yeah.
Joyce, please, don't provoke him.
Why? He's just a high school dropout who thinks he's some tough guy.
Look, I listened to you earlier, right? Now do the same for me. Please.
Fine.
Shh. Shh. Hey, it's all right. Good. Now stay that way.
What the hell is going on out here?
It's nothing you gotta worry about.
All right, it's settled. We stay put about an hour and leave once it's dark.
Fuck, a whole hour?
Hold on. Why do they have so much luggage? Who else are you traveling with, huh? You tell me the truth now.
My family or just my dad? Or the circus? You got 3 to choose, and it's a crossroads.
Oh, no, you choose. I can't do this. Choose. Choose. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. I can't. No, I can't.
Just 1 of 3 choices. See the
I
pressure
know.
this
You're
game
going to
puts
pick
on you?
one. No, you're going to pick one, though. Oh, my gosh. Yeah, you
This
are.
is your gameplay.
No, but you're helping me. What are you going to do?
I can't do either one.
Yeah, you can. You've been doing this the whole time.
Come on.
No.
Oh, here's
My
Mark.
family.
Mark might be-
My family, because I feel like if I say dad, then they're going to be separated. I can't have the dad be separated from the wife and the kiddo. But then they all are miserable. So if they all get kidnapped, so I don't know. You pick.
You gotta pick. This is you.
Oh no, just my dad.
You're gonna go with just my dad?
Yeah. I don't know. This is horrible. I can't do it.
Are y'all picking people's fates?
So, I mean, unless you make Mark do it, but yeah, this is all you. But Mark doesn't have the context of what just went on.
No, that's fine. I just told you. Let's do it. Unless you would do something different.
So you're doing just my dad?
Sure. Let's just blow up the whole world now.
Just me and my father. We're on a road trip to sort of get to know each other again.
There's a lot of stuff for just 2 men.
No, it's true. It's just him and the older fella.
I checked them in myself. There's no one else.
You know something? I don't like you. You got this look like you're scared shitless. Tell me I'm wrong.
All right. You're wrong or you're right? Which one?
You're wrong.
Okay, yeah, we're going with what Mark said.
You don't know the first thing about who I am.
Don't I?
Nope. But this tough guy act of yours, that I can see through.
Let's just hope your walk's as cool as your talk.
It's a cop. What do we do? That's just Big Sam. He buys a soda, talks for a while, then he's gone.
Jay, in the back. Go with him. Get rid of the cop. You hear me?
Sure thing, boss.
You two, keep your mouths shut and this will all be over faster. You're coming with me. Hey there.
Evening. Hey, Sam.
Paul, how's things?
Slow as usual.
Yeah, like my daddy always said. If you don't slow down, you don't see the wall before you hit it. Where's Joyce and her kid? Upstairs?
Oh, Ash is at a friend's house for the night, and Joyce.
Are you gonna hide the evidence or leave the
She's
evidence?
Days.
Sorry to hear that.
Leave the evidence.
Say, you haven't seen three fellas in a blue pickup, have you? Maybe out on the road somewhere?
Nope. Been here all day.
How you liking the desert dream?
Oh, can't complain.
Yeah, Joyce runs herself a tight ship. So, who else you traveling with?
Wife and kid, or just my dad?
Just my dad.
Oh, just me and my dad over there.
Evening, officer.
Oh. So, why the booster seat?
Huh?
I saw your car when I pulled in. California plates?
Not my car. I've got a kid.
Not my car.
Yeah.
You going with not my car?
Not my car.
No, I've got a kid. I've got a kid.
Oh, I have a kid back home. But you know how it is. The seat lives in the car.
True. We got two living in the back of the Bronco. Can I ask what brings you to Two Rock?
Vacation, moving, or on the run?
On the run? What? That's an option?
Well, you got a few seconds.
On the run. Let's just do it. Let's get rowdy.
Yeah, let's be on the road.
We're on the run. America's Most Wanted.
Huh?
Let's just get rowdy.
Big Sam, where you at?
There's a dream, but I'm on my way back. Anyway, we're looking for 3 idiots who broke into the sheriff's house. If you can believe anyone would be that stupid. They're armed and dangerous, so if you hear anything, you call 911.
Any idea who it was?
Nah, they covered their faces so they wouldn't be recognized.
Oh, is that why?
Which choice better for me?
Daddy! Mommy said I can stay up late tonight.
Oh, shit.
What took you so long?
Hang on, who are you?
I'm his wife. Is something the matter?
You're his, right. You said it was just you and your dad.
Vince, what's happening?
Let's get out of here. Fugitives on the loose. Or nothing.
Let's get out of here. Let's get out of here.
I agree.
Come on. We need to get Zoe out of here.
What? Why?
Just do it.
Hold on.
Dispatch, this is 1742. I have suspicious circumstances at my location. Please send additional.
Sam! Run!
Oh my God! You lie about your family? And try to get us caught?
Vince, look out! Please, no.
Hey, stay out.
Ooh, almost didn't make that one.
Let go of me. Mommy.
Well now, look who ain't afraid to hold a gun anymore.
Tell him to let her go.
If I did that, it wouldn't be a standoff.
Vince, maybe you should put the gun down.
Or maybe you keep your toys for once.
Is this really what you want? In front of your kid?
What you gonna do? Shoot Tyler or surrender?
I don't know. Surrender, because I don't want something to happen to the mom.
So we're going surrender?
I don't know, Mark. What do you think?
I might feel, yeah, I'm with you. I think we might have to surrender.
So we're going to surrender.
Let's
Right,
surrender.
because this is a crossroads.
Okay, fine. Let's just see the horrible decisions we're making. Shoot Tyler.
I mean, you don't have to shoot him. You can go ahead and surrender. So the way the game works when you have extra people playing, it's basically majority rules. So there'd be a percentage by each one, I think. And then, so if over 50% take surrender, you'd surrender. Over
Okay,
50%.
fine. What would you say, Jacoby? And then we'll go with majority vote since there's 3 people.
I am just a small time person pushing buttons for.
We will not get to be neutral. We're not
You're
having
also a third person, and so there's 3 people, and so you get to say something.
I'm curious about either outcome, so either one is fine.
that is not fair.
Shoot Tyler. Let's do it. It sounds horrible,
shoot
but
Tyler?
let's just see the horrible things that happen, because it may just be a bold move.
All right, so we're gonna shoot Tyler in front of your kid.
Thank you for putting it that way.
That's what it says on the bottom. All right, here we go.
No, surrender.
So we're surrendering.
I don't know. What do you want to do, Mark?
Mark, which one you got? Oh, is Mark frozen?
Oh,
That's a perfect time.
he always does this. He always does this. Oh.
Perfect time.
Oh.
There you go.
No, let's just do it. Let's just shoot Tyler.
All right, shoot Tyler it is.
Yeah, make horrible decisions. Let's do that today.
Zoe, close your eyes.
Oh, wow.
What just happened?
So that was the end of that chapter, of those first 3 chapters. So it shows, this is your summary. What your choices and interaction style revealed about you. You can review your badges and extras in the main menu. So you value family, sticks by their family, whatever it costs.
Yeah.
Your trait is principled, guided by strong moral convictions. And your play style is fast reflexes, complex, quick actions with speed and accuracy.
That's me.
But see, that's a neat game. I mean, it keeps going. There are more chapters to the whole game. But that's just the first the first section of the game. But it gives you, what you value, your traits, and everything else. Just based
Oh
on
my
your
gosh.
traits. You feel vindicated?
I mean, I'm just curious what happens after we shoot Tyler.
All right, here we go. Oh,
What?
so it looks like it shows this. 38% won the memory game or chose correctly. 37%, I think. Yeah, the community choices. So 37% chose the same thing you chose here. 87% didn't annoy Joyce.
What did we do? Annoy Joyce?
No, you didn't.
Mm.
So at the crossroads, you didn't annoy her. Down here, escape from Cletus. So 68% escape. 77% didn't pee in the soda. 20% Becky called for help. Let's see over here. Oh wow, look at all the choices he could have done. So you went with Jim. 63% went with Jim.
What was the other choice though?
Remember, you could have stayed with the wife.
Yeah, but then Jim would have been the only one trapped.
Well, you don't know what would have been, because remember, you chose to go with Jim.
Yeah, but if we would have stayed with the wife and rubbed our sore muscles from being sideswiped by those punks.
Yeah, we don't know what would happen there. Now you agreed with Jim to move in. 51% did that.
Oh, but I didn't though. That wasn't, see, this is why I use direct. That's why I use direct language, not, oh, I'll ask the wife. That doesn't mean, yeah, move in with us.
Then you had reason with Joyce, 39% reason with Joyce. Ooh, caught by Dante downstairs, 51% were caught. Oh, 14% shot by Dale. Oh, when we didn't choose in time. 60% escaped Dante with money. Oh, look at there. Only 34% calmed Zeus.
But he needed so much calming. It was like back to back to back to back. He just needed so much calming.
The 58% kept the family hidden. Oh, you didn't hide the earring, so that was a different choice. But then Michelle and Zoe showed up, so 59% that happened. No one saw the earring.
Yeah, no
one
one
get to it. That's right.
Yeah.
Big Sam was killed, so 34% that happened too. 63% Tyler fought. Hey, there's Mark.
Yep. Yeah. Back. Did we kill off the family?
So we were about to shoot Tyler.
Yes.
See, and you can go to the next chapter, but yeah, this is how it ended up so far.
Wow. That's crazy.
But it's neat. I mean, it shows you how you chose and how the community that played this game is chosen.
I mean, that is pretty awesome.
And speaking of psychology and all, and remember what we were talking about at the beginning, the emotion, how this game is very emotionally driven.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I don't know. It just annoys me because, like, I guess, just seeing stupid familial dynamics or, like, the typical tropes of family and teenagers and, oh yeah, middle child gone wrong and Jacoby.
I'm a middle child.
You escaped that trope. I don't know. It's just weird. And then the dad. I guess for me, I really didn't think that by saying I'll talk to Michelle, that meant Oh yeah, come live with us.
But if you think about it in like a normal conversation, where you're talking with somebody and then they have their hopes going for something, and then if you give them any inclination that it could be going their way, they're gonna take it, run with it.
I guess because I usually use more words. I'll talk to this person about it, but these are my thoughts.
Mm-hmm.
So that's,
that's
where
what you
I
and
thought
I would
that's
do.
yeah.
But just talking to like somebody, or not everybody talks or tries to explain or express as much. So it's just neat to think about. Hey, they just ran with that, and okay. But at least we know your qualities now.
Yeah, very strong qualities. I mean, middle child definitely has some anger issues, some resentment, some shame. He needs some energy clearing, that's for sure.
There weren't any story changers. Oh, there was. So there was a story changer there. House.
Yeah.
Story changers always.
So there was a story changer that changed that story. Story changer at the end, they escape with money.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm curious what these other paths are.
I don't know.
He's curious. Hey, Toby, did you have any thoughts today about the legends that were lost this week? Because we lost 3 major legends. Here's my DoorDash.
I know Olivia Newton-John passed.
What? Where have I been? Olivia Newton June today?
Yep.
Oh my gosh, who else passed? Oh,
yeah, that's what I was going to mention. I was going to mention Olivia Newton-John, who had been fighting breast cancer for a long time. In addition to that, you had Bill Russell, the legendary Celtics person that passed, and Nichelle Nichols, Lieutenant Uhuru from Star Trek, passed last week as well.
I thought there was somebody else who passed today, though.
Today? Let me look it up. I know definitely. Oh, and Vince Scully, the longtime sports anchor, had passed as well.
Yeah, and then there was one more person.
And in between all of that, Mr. Trump was getting his Mar-a-Lago place raided, and he didn't know why.
Which is hilarious. Hilarious.
Did you also read how Ahmaud Arbery's murderers were sentenced to life today for hate crimes?
Ooh, I didn't
along
see
with
that.
the
That's a
other
good
sentence for life that they already had.
Yeah.
But adding the hate crime on top of it, which is huge.
I mean, it's essential to report it as a hate crime because it was.
Yes.
And Breonna Taylor's murderers were also sentenced to hate crimes yesterday or the day before.
I think it was the day before.
I saw the other person that you probably were thinking about that passed away, and I was actually a fan of his books. Roger Mosley passed.
Yeah. We're getting at that age.
Yeah. And Paul Sorvino. But I was definitely a fan of those Spencer books.
Oh, who else did? An actor a couple days ago. I don't know.
Oh, and Roger Mosley was actually a car crash.
I didn't know he was a car crash. Oh, the guy from Magnum PI.
Roger Mosley.
Oh yeah.
That's it, Spencer, but yeah, it's Magnum PI. But yeah, that's Roger Mosley.
Yeah. But yeah, see, that's As Dusk Falls. That's a good one. That's a good one. I got to do a full review of that game. I got to play a little bit more.
Do reviews of some of these?
definitely.
Yeah, I've been doing. You know, I like if I find a. I mean, the more games that okay. So I try and find some decent games and do reviews on them because I recorded basically the whole first chapter, and I've got to chop it up and do a review on it.
So
there's
where did
another
the-
one.
So Toby, where did the reviews pop up at? I know, like sometimes I will review food that I go eat, and that pops up on Yelp. But where did your game reviews pop up if somebody was watching this show and wanted to see a Chitovi game review?
Facebook, YouTube. That's mainly it. Was it Bull City Gaming or BCG Esports? No, I think I did Bull City GG on YouTube, or it could be Bull. I got to look it up because there's one that I had to change the name to.
Is there a Yelp version for gamers? Meaning, is there somebody that you can go to that's a website where you can actually see what other people have reviewed for games, like they do with?
There's tons of them, from IGN to it is BCG Esports. That's what it was.
Rita, no.
But yeah, from IGN to Polygon's a good one. Kotaku is another one. I mean, there are tons and tons of game review sites out there. Gaming's huge. It's a huge industry. So yeah, they got a ton of them. And this is another one. Oh, Kara ran away. So Mark, you missed it the day when I played the game, A Memoir of Blue. Kara and I played the whole game through there. It's a beautiful game. It's a story about a daughter reminiscing over her mother that she misses. Very emotional game.
Yeah.
And we got to go through everything that she was thinking about. There's no real speech or true action into it. It's just, you're going through her memories. And this is another one. This is called Inside. Haunted and alone, a boy finds himself drawn into the center of a dark project. So that's supposed to be another one that I need to look into and actually play. However, this comes out. Oh, is it playable?
We don't know.
Too early, son of a. So 2 Point Campus is a game that I've been looking forward to for a while. 2 Point Hospital is a very fun game. It's very silly, but it's a good strategy game just to pass the time. Matter of fact, 2 Point Hospital is, like I said, it's a cutesy game. It's anybody who's played Sims and everything else, it's similar to it.
Hey, Toby, question for you. What is it with your superheroes and them getting involved in all kinds of craziness? Because I was on an earlier podcast with my friend Dean, and we realized that the Flash had been convicted of burglary, and I just saw that Aquaman has been involved in a head-on crash with a motorcycle. So it looks like these superheroes are just having a bad week.
Well, that's DC. DC is having a very, very bad week because
the actors or the characters themselves.
So Aquaman, the actor, he got into a
Jason
car accident.
Momoa.
Yeah, Jason Momoa got into a car accident.
Oh wow!
But Ezra, what's Ezra's last name? Ezra Klein or whatever, who plays the Flash. He is a nutcase.
Yep.
He got into fights. Where was it? Hawaii or somewhere? No. Was it overseas? I thought it might have been Hawaii.
Overseas was the fight, but then he got involved in the rural area of, and apparently this was some time back where he had been involved in a burglary, and they're just now catching up with him on the burglary yesterday. I think that he got
Ezra Miller.
Yeah. So evidently Ezra says that he was getting into those fights and recording them for a video. Like, dude, that's just dumb. So he's not. But that's DC. DC is the DC universe ever since Dark Knight left, or at the end of the Dark Knight. Yeah, that the Dark Knight series, Warner Brothers or anybody who touches DC is cursed. I mean, HBO and Discovery are now merging because they're laying off 70% of their staff and merging the two together. I don't know what's going to happen with the HBO Max and Discovery Plus subscriptions. I don't watch Discovery Plus. I love the HBO Max, but what's that going to do? They canceled a ton of shows, like a ton of DC. Like Batgirl was supposed to be released. It's already done. It's $90 million in the already paid for, but they're going to they've canceled that. They've canceled a ton of other DC shows, which is dumb. But they say they have this new 10-year plan. Well, they had a 10-year plan 10 years ago.
But HBO Max cancels a lot of shows that are really good. Like Lovecraft, like everyone was obliterated at the end, and it was kind of meant to be, but you still could have somehow continued it.
Lovecraft was, at the beginning when they signed, was meant to be a one-shot. And then people were in love with Lovecraft. It's a great show.
But it's so good.
It is. But then they thought about a second show, but they're out of context in terms of the actual books or the material.
Yeah.
And so it became a big issue. People started to side with Misha Green and saying, well, it's because she was gonna create this whole new world and tell people how it was and all this. That's not really why they canceled that show or stopped the show. It's because you're out of material. And after getting burned with Game of Thrones, you can't really do much. Because Game of Thrones, once they ran out of material, the last 4 or 5 seasons were bad. The last season was trash.
Everyone's still talking about how they didn't like the last season.
Because it was trash. Everything that they built up in the Game of Thrones, they didn't do anything with. I mean, I love the books. The books were great. The 5 books that he released, not the last two books that he was supposed to release. Great books. They were better than the show. But after, for example, Sansa was done after she went to the Eyrie. Heck, they didn't even talk about Arya. Arya was done. Jon was done after he crossed over the wall. Bran was done after he found the 3-eyed raven. They never went into the cave. It was just, they threw in a whole bunch of stuff. The Night King was never really in there. But then they make all these decisions and none of it meant anything in the end. I mean, Bran was never supposed to be king. That made no sense. There were so many theories about him being Bran the Builder. Yeah, I'm a big nerd, by the way, on Game of Thrones. He was supposed to be Bran the Builder, which would have made sense for his time traveling thing now that he supposedly can do. But they didn't even make that reference about him being Bran the Builder. And I mean, Cersei and, well, so in the books, Lady Stoneheart went after the Red Wedding. Catelyn Stark got pushed into a river and she got floated down, and she got touched by the god of fire and then turned into Lady Stoneheart and lived. And so she captured Brienne and what's my man's name with Brienne? The other Lannister, not Tyrion, but Jaime, because Jaime and Brienne were going around.
Oh, the sibling?
Not the sibling. She captured Jaime and she strung up Jaime and Brienne, and they were in a tree last time we heard of them, but that never happened in the show. I mean, it was just a bunch of dumb stuff that made no sense at the end. Like, she would have never burned the town with the dragons. It's not what she was about. It was just, it was just stupid. It was just stupid. Then Jon killed her, and nothing came of it. Jon never controlled the dragon. What was the point of him having the Targaryen blood if he can't even control the dragon? He wasn't crazy. He just ended up going back to the wall. Okay, well, you were at the wall in the first place. What'd you leave for? What was the reason of the White Walker reaching the arm down the throat and then killing you the one time, then you back to life, and then getting killed again, but now back to life? What was the point of that? It was, it was just
like that meme or like that TikTok where they're like, I'm up, I'm dead, I'm up again, I'm dead again, run around, dead again.
I mean, there were just so many stupid things. Arya should have never killed the king. I mean, the Night King. There was no point of her killing him. She never even saw White Walker until the battle at the castle, and now she's going to be able to jump 30, 40 feet and stab the king with a knife that she just got from Bran and didn't even know what the knife was. Come on, man. Crap. It was crap.
Yeah. It sounds stupid.
Oh yeah.
It's like our favorite shows, there's always plot holes, things that you wish would connect. Like there were so many things on Lovecraft that I wanted connected. Like, so FYI guys who don't know, I finally got around to watching Lovecraft, and it was like warp speed. Like each episode could have been its own little movie. Like it was just warp speed. But like there were so many plot holes.
Oh, there were a lot of plot holes. And I think that's another thing of there was no real way to continue that series because you got to the end. You don't have the main character. Tick is gone. You don't have sadly, because of him passing away, you don't have the Tick's father, who played a major role because he was the one who killed the hermaphrodite, who was another story in there.
Yeah, it's like that was huge because he did that and then that was it. Like he and Tick got in a big old fight, and then if it wasn't for him killing the Two-Spirit, which is interesting because the term Two-Spirit wasn't a coined term until the 90s, but they did throw that in there for understanding and learning because it showed the like multiple cultures having multiple genders and all that, which was great. But it was like if he didn't do that, then he wouldn't have run into the arms of his gay lover, and then we wouldn't have known that Montrose was Robin Williams from The Birdcage. I'm like, it was just like very interesting and then his whole take on his own sexuality, which was very which was really refreshing to see. But like very interesting dynamic, which is why I mentioned The Birdcage. But and then you have Ruby with the white supremacist witch, and so, and what really upset me with that was that we were led to believe that Ruby, Ruby died. Like we were led to believe that she died, and that's sad because it's like Black women, especially in the LGBTQIA plus spectrum, like we do not need that trope to happen at all. That was upsetting.
So, I mean, and like I said, I thought Lovecraft Country, I enjoyed it tremendously.
Oh, yeah.
But it did not need a second season. And
No.
I'm glad that it didn't get one.
But I wanted all the holes to be filled. Like I wanted everything to explain itself. Like
So,
they could have
and-
done a Grey's Anatomy and done like 23 episodes. I would have been fine with it.
Yeah. And I think had they continued it, it would have been just a lot of, hey, let's look back. This is what happened in the past, which would have been, it would have been tough because, again, you're not really progressing the story. All you're doing is trying to fill in the holes that you already created. This is why I personally enjoyed Watchmen better than I did Lovecraft Country.
Yeah, I just really love the concept. It included fantasy, horror, from a Black perspective, and history. So you had like sundown towns and all that. And I didn't mean to cut you off. It's just
No. You're fine.
I had so much hope for Lovecraft.
And honestly, Lovecraft, again, what you're talking on is spot on. Yeah, I mean, it was a Black perspective on horror. It took a lot of history and actually turned it into the horror it was. I mean, it had one of the most tragic things in history, which was the Tulsa Massacre, and the way they told it was beautifully done. But I would say again, Watchmen was done so much better story-wise.
Good. I'll have to watch that.
It really, I mean, it also did the Tulsa Massacre, but the way that it didn't have as many holes. It closed everything. It gave you basically a package, and you open the package. You got everything there. There are a few little plot points, but you're like, you can let those plot points slide because they tie up so many loose ends, and you're like, okay, I'm good with this. The only reason I wanted a season 2 with that one is because of the way they told the story, but the way they end it, you're like, okay, I'm good with this. I don't need a season 2. I'm perfectly fine because one, they're out of context. They're out of context to continue the story, and two, it wouldn't make much sense to continue the story.
Yeah.
As a true storyteller, the way they told that one, it was beautifully done. And like I said, they try and keep everything. They give you so much exposition that they try and keep everything so self-contained that it doesn't go wild and haywire. It doesn't do how Lovecraft Country just left some things out there. You're like, okay, why? Why did she get a job? Why is she now with this whole little group here?
Oh my gosh, that was so interesting. And oh my gosh, that was extremely interesting. Ruby was my favorite. Ruby was my favorite character. Yeah.
But even the whole time travel bit, what was the point? To tell the historical context from the history in Black theater or Black dancers with I forget her name right off the top of my head right now. But was that it, or was it to add something to the story to progress it forward? Because in all honesty, her story never really progressed anything.
No, but like Ruby, it added that aspect of Black people aren't a monolith. True. And even Hippolyta, she just plain out said either Hippolyta or Ruby, they both did in their own way, said that pretty much the whole concept of the fact that slavery happened and segregation, it literally, it dictated their lives as Black women, and they took a straight and narrow path to survive. When Hippolyta, could have worked for NASA.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, she was super smart. And then the fact that she ended up looking like Faith Hill at the end with her blue hair.
But that
was awesome.
But that's what I mean is, you know, you have your main story with Tick, but telling the tale that, okay, well, Hippolyta has this whole life and this is what, you know, Black people not being a monolith, but you're telling me a story about Tick and what's going on there. But what does Hippolyta add to that? How does that progress my story forward? And that's where I enjoyed it. I mean, I truly enjoyed the empowerment. You know, you know, Viola Davis has a movie coming out which is similar to an episode or similar to a scene that Hippolyta did, where it's talking about, you know, the women warriors in Africa. So that whole tale didn't really affect the main narrative.
Oh yeah, that movie. The movie. Yes. That'll be exciting.
So, I mean, that's why I think Watchmen, the way that it told, and Watchmen touches on the same, well, in the same context, but in a different way. It doesn't go down the horror elements, but it does do, you're going to feel like you're watching, well, I guess a more, The Wire, all the cop shows that are out there, but it has a different fantasy element to it. But it's so well written that you're just hooked on that show, and you're just, okay, I can. And the sad part about it is that some of the elements that they touch on in The Watchmen, you can see, as we were just talking about, Ahmaud Arbery, and Breonna Taylor and all the other stuff. You can see those elements in Watchmen.
Yeah.
And you're like feeling those elements. You're like, okay, this is, and yes, so it has a neat story, and they don't really pull that many punches either, but there's much more exposition and much more talking and much more, hey, let me listen and follow than the action pack that it was in Lovecraft Country.
Yeah. I mean, I definitely loved Lovecraft, and it just, if they weren't in a hurry to get it done in 10 episodes and they took the time to really fill it out, oh my gosh.
And once you see the whole, like I said, with Watchmen, it feels like they're taking their time, and they've got the same amount of time that Lovecraft Country did, but it feels like they took their time to explain, why is she doing this? And then you go back, you're like, okay, I get that. I understand that. And then you feel for the character because of what the character wants to do and the battles that they're going through. So yeah. That's why, I mean, like I said, I enjoy Watchmen a little bit better because of the storytelling.
Yeah, like that episode in Lovecraft where they had the voodoo witch voodoo lady come with their goat.
Yeah.
They're in the basement. Well, the goat's dead on the porch, but they're in the basement. These white neighbors come to terrorize in the middle of this, you know, exorcism. And it's like, didn't Letty notice that there was a headless person at the elevator, you know? Like, so many holes. And then during the whole thing where, what's his name, Horace or Horatio or whatever the bad guy was with the H name, like, he possesses Atticus for a little bit, but I'm like, but where's the voodoo lady? Where'd she go? You know, it was just very interesting. But then also the whole element of, which was horrible, like the experiments. Yeah, like there was like a full-grown man with like a baby head, you know, on him. Like, it was just, that was very sad. So that was just, I mean, a lot of awesome elements. And then you're like, but where's the voodoo lady? Where'd she go? You know?
Yeah, but that's the problem with those horror movies is sometimes they have those great holes that you're trying to figure out the answer to them, and that's part of the appeal sometimes, I think, to horror movies and all of that. Actually had the pleasure earlier today of interviewing a horror writer that is hoping, I might have to see if we can't get him on the Gamers Den because he's in Virginia Beach, but he's hoping to turn his book, The Glads, into a movie and all along those lines. But that's part of the conversation we were having because we were like, you know, some of those horror movies, you're asking yourself, like, you just saw that person. There were 3 other victims. You know you're going to be the 4th. Why are you going into that particular basement? So we were asking him about that, and he's got a very interesting book. And like I said, he's definitely shopping it. It's actually a 3-part series and all along those lines. And he's named, not after the famous soul singer, but he does have a similar name. So you can look up James H. Brown and all in that space. But yeah, he's in that horror writing space, and we had a fun conversation with him earlier this afternoon and all along those lines. So Jatopia might have to see if he can't pop in on one of the Gamers Den and maybe play some horror games because he's got some ideas of things he wants to do. And our mutual friend Ray is actually how I found out about him because he ran into him at one of those horror conventions because we know Durham and the Triangle oftentimes have all kinds of conventions, and Ray just happened to be at the hotel where the convention was going that featured a lot of horror writers and writers of suspense and mysteries. And Ray was like, hey, get in touch with Mark. Let's do an interview. And so I've done one, but hoping to do several more, maybe even one here on the Gamers Den.
Yeah.
I mean, bring them on. Bring them on. Because, I mean, it's a fun topic. There are some good shows, good horror movies.
Mm-hmm.
But, yeah.
Did you guys see Nope?
I didn't see it yet. I want to. I haven't hadn't had a chance to get to the movies. I might. Heck, I haven't even gone to see Thor. But yeah, I need to go see Nope.
I did all my TVing on Lovecraft. Have to calm down from that.
No, like I said, I want to hear your take on Watchmen. Because like I said, as much as you got hooked on Lovecraft, I can see you really getting hooked on Watchmen.
Well, and Tick and Letty were so pretty.
Yeah, they were.
Like, I'm like, just want to like.
And then you gotta watch We Own This City. Or We Run We Own This City.
Yeah.
That's actually so the guys from The Wire did Treme and We Own the City, I think, as well. They did a few other shows, I can't remember, but Treme was actually pretty good. It was based in New Orleans or New Orleans. And Yep. And so they had it was kind of a Wire-esque, but just taking place in New Orleans. So that was actually pretty
it's
good
like
show.
SCI or CSI Miami, CSI New York, CSI Las Vegas, CSI everything.
Did you ever watch The Wire?
No.
Okay, you have to watch that.
Is that also with Michael K. Williams, who was in Lovecraft?
Yeah, that's how he really got started.
Huh.
That's his biggest role.
Yeah.
That everybody knew him from.
Yeah, because I thought like that's where, and then I saw him in Lovecraft. I'm like, oh, hello there.
It's the Lovecraft guy.
Yeah, but
well, I'm like, isn't he the Wire guy? Isn't he from The Wire? Yeah.
Yep, he was the man in The Wire. Omar. Yeah, he was the man.
Omar.
That's where everybody knew him from. He was a dancer, actually. But yeah.
Like the kind of dancer that his Lovecraft boyfriend was, or a different kind of dancer?
Different kind of dancer.
Oh, on The Wire or in real life?
In real life.
Oh, he danced in real life?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing.
Oh, did you ever see? So I can bring this up because it's one of my favorites. this was one of my favorite things that he did on YouTube.
Speaking of New Orleans, I hate to be rude, but this red bean rice is actually pretty good. So that's what I'm having for Popeyes.
That is not rude. Always mention what you're eating. I'm glad that you like your red beans and rice. I miss red beans and rice from Popeyes.
I think it's only 2 minutes. I don't know why this says 2 minutes 44 seconds. Yeah, it is my favorite.
You think I'm being typecast? I don't
That's
know.
why I love this man.
Think this cat is typecast? It's a fucking cat, you know? Ain't got much choice. What if he moved to a new neighborhood? You know? Hung out with the poodle crowd, did poodle things, you know, become a poodle. That's a good point. I mean, weird as shit, but we're good. And this whole metaphor is bullshit, yo. You think everybody don't got a role to play? Huh? You think a white boy could have played Omar? You think you could play a president? I could. And I think we've seen the last black president for a while. I think you're gonna always be playing some version of Mike. Gangster Mike, old-timer gangster Mike, southern gangster Mike, but I'm not a gangster. Everyone that knows me knows that. Self-denying gangster Mike. Look, I picked these roles. Me, I made this path for myself. Did you? Yeah, did you? Or did they choose you? You think we would be doing what we're doing if we had a choice? Face it, man. Look, we from a certain type of people that come from a type of place that look a type of way. You know what that make us? Black. Typecast. If I were typecast, I'd be in jail or dead. But I'm here. I got out. Got myself out. You sure about that? Yeah.
I love that.
Just happy drinking his little drink. I really enjoyed him in Lovecraft because I never really had seen his roles up close before. I always knew that he had acted, especially in The Wire. I never really saw The Wire too much, but I mean, he was a phenomenal actor.
Oh, he was. Yeah,
He acted his heart out in the Tulsa episode. I was like, oh my god.
Oh, he did. But like I said, go back and watch The Wire. The Wire's on HBO. I think it's still there. But
There
yeah,
are videos of him dancing, so I have to see it now. He was an eclectic guy.
Very talented guy.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah, super talented guy.
Oh. It's so cool. What?
All I see is the top of your forehead.
Yeah, I know. Like ever since my computer camera just died, you're watching tablet and phone footage of my forehead most episodes.
Yeah.
Little Hens is sleeping now. He's like, it's time to go to sleep.
I mean, it is late. I mean, we are pushing it.
We are
11:30 now.
half an hour over our scheduled time.
I mean, that is true. That is true. So I guess, I mean, we could close now if you want to. I mean, it's up to you. You know, I'm just hanging out now.
I don't know,
We got
it's up
other
to
games
you.
we can show off, you know.
Oh
Unless we-
no,
we
no,
say-
no.
What is she saying no to?
I know the lighting's horrible. No, I don't know. What do you want to talk about, Mark Lee? We're not
Yeah,
starting
what
any
you
games
doing?
though.
What you got, Mark?
Like I said, I brought up some of the things that I had on my mind, including this whole notion of horror movies and all of that, and of course, what's going on with Trump and the Ahmaud Arbery case. So y'all have already brought up a lot of the things that were on my immediate mind and all in that space. So I'm good with whatever folks decided to do. You did notice that I did put on the intro a little dig at myself because I said, whatever we need to do, no drawing games, because there's no telling what I might draw. So I put that actually in the blurb. So I was like, nope, no drawing games. Please, no drawing games, because there's no telling what I might draw.
I mean, it's always funny. It's always funny, though.
It
That's
is
a good
always
thing.
Which is why I don't mind, being the butt of jokes as well. So, like I said, I can be the straight man also. So I was playing the straight man role even in creating the link. So if anybody read the link, they would have been like, "What is Mark talking about? He can't be that bad a drawer." But yes, he is. So, like I said, I do not mind being the straight man as well.
You're very niche. You're a very niche drawer.
Yes. Not sure what the niche is, but I'm very niche.
You're very niche. Yes. Did you
Yeah,
know
I'll go with
that
that
he danced? Michael K. Williams was a backup dancer for Madonna and George Michael.
I know that.
I didn't know that. I mean, I didn't know a lot of things, but that's pretty amazing. So
He is
I'm
a
just
cool
like,
dude.
yeah,
Really cool guy.
yeah,
Sad he passed. Same thing with Chadwick Boseman. Sad. I mean, really cool guy. Sad he passed.
yeah.
Which, again, that Black Panther 2, whoo, it looks great. And it looks like they did a good job. I mean, they really, I'm hoping they did not only pay homage to him really well, but also progress the story.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, it just needs to progress so that there are more Black Panther movies.
So we definitely need more Black Panther movies, no doubt. You asked if I had any questions. One question I had, and I know we did not do this special, but Chitovi, have you heard from Jehan, and how did the interview, I mean, not the interview, but how did the conference go? Because I know there was a lot going on in Vegas. Like I mentioned, my friend Brett, who I know you know as well, I think was at NABJ, and he might have also gone to the National Black Theater Festival, but I do know Vegas had both the NABJ, NAHJ, but it also had some sort of gaming convention that he was at. And I was wondering if you heard anything from him and how it went.
He's posted that it went really well. He hasn't. I sent him a message today to see if he wanted to jump on. He hadn't jumped. I think is still out in Vegas, or it might be flying back. But yeah, from everything I've seen, it went well.
Good. It would, and like
So
I said,
I don't
know
have
what's going on in
have
that.
anything bad to report. But yeah, from what I understand, everything he's posted, it's going pretty well.
I hate that I did not make the NABJ, NAHJ this year. Actually, I've never made one of the national conventions, so maybe I'll do that one of these years. But in the years past, I usually go to the Black Theater Festival, but there's that thing called Dinero. So Dinero was not quite the way I wanted it, so they did not see me in 2022. Hopefully, they'll see me in 2024 as they went to even years as opposed to odd years, which they used to do.
So your Dinero?
Dinero.
I mean, you make a lot, so I don't know why.
Like I said, I don't know y'all got that mythology, but it's nice mythology if y'all are thinking that I'm making tons of money and all of that. I was hoping that one of you would have won the lottery and pass it on to me part of the winnings. But since neither one of you are in either Chicago or New York and you did not win the lottery, I'm not getting my check. But I was hoping I was going to get a check from one of you two, just saying you won the lottery and you want to make a contribution to the Mark V Fund.
Well, when I win the lottery, all of us will up and move to Portugal, and then we'll just like buy our own village, and then we can just get away from the craziness here, and then drink all the wine and have all the sun we want, and little man will have a good time. Not drinking or anything, but I meant like the sun, running around, being a kid. And, you know, yeah, we can all just run away.
I like this idea, and I don't even mind Portugal. That actually could be a very fun place to go. I've heard good things about it. I've actually got at least one or two friends that have said that they are in that area and that they have good things to say about it. So, yeah, I'm down for a trip to Portugal, or maybe even some other places. On my wish list also include places like definitely the place where the not the Olympics, the World Games are being held, which is Qatar in November. So I could definitely see that. I could see France. I could definitely see maybe Amsterdam. You know, definitely Belize, and some of the Latin American countries could be on the wish list. Even some of the African countries like Kenya and places like that. Those would definitely be on the wish list, maybe even Bali. So actually one of our co-hosts here on Pod TV is going to move his entire family. I believe it's to Bali I think he told me by next month, but yeah, Billy Graham Jr., who does this whole motivational show and all along those lines, no relation to the world famous minister and everything, but he is in that motivational space. And yeah, he's a military veteran. And I think he told me, because his show airs on Thursdays, that by September, no later than October, he and his entire family, he's got kids and his wife, will be in Bali, because he's out of this mess as well. So he's packing up and heading out.
Would you move anywhere, Jacoby, or just stay in North Carolina? Because you're a North Carolina boy.
I mean, if I had the money, yeah. I mean, I'd probably move, or at least have another place to go to on a regular basis.
Oh, you try to live the good set life. You try to like have a home here and a home there and a home everywhere. He's talking about me. He's the jet setter. Now the truth.
I'm just trying to dream. You live it.
I don't live it. You try.
Oh my gosh. Well, my tablet's about to die.
Oh, your tablet's about to die?
Yeah. So
okay, I guess
we'll save the forehead shots for next week.
See, and I'm over here playing some hockey. Playing some hockey.
Awesome.
Oh, what I missed.
Well, love you guys. Love you,
right.
audience, and talk to you later.
Sounds good.
All right, I'm gonna hit the button.
You are?
Yep.
Yeah, I'm gonna hit the button.
Hit the button.
Okay. Bye.
Here we go. I'm hitting the button. Here we go. Mark added all these extra ones. Wall Street Hackers and all that other stuff. I don't know what that is.
Just get rid of that. That's actually new shows that are on the network. But don't. Wall Street Hackers is actually a show that is dealing with finance. Because there was financial infighting, so we had to create 2 finance shows.
Tablet's dying, Mark.
Oh, okay.